In the year 100 BC, the great city of Chang'an stood as the heart of the Han Dynasty. The Silk Road stretched across vast distances, connecting east and west. But to the north, the Xiongnu, fierce nomadic warriors, threatened the empire's borders with relentless raids. Emperor Wu of Han needed a diplomat he could trust completely. Someone whose loyalty was beyond question. Someone willing to risk everything for peace. Su Wu, a man of 30, knelt before the imperial throne. He received the Han ceremonial staff, a symbol of the emperor's own authority. With it came a sacred mission: negotiate peace with the Xiongnu. And so Su Wu led his delegation of 100 men through the great gates of Chang'an. The people lined the streets to see them off, not knowing it would be 19 long years before his return. For 3 months they rode through scorching deserts, across endless grasslands, and over treacherous mountain passes, until at last they reached the territory of the Xiongnu. The Xiongnu, supreme ruler of the Xiongnu, watched the Han envoys with calculating eyes. A great feast was held to welcome them. But beneath the smiles, a storm was brewing. That night, fate took a dark turn. Xiongnu soldiers burst into Su Wu's quarters, swords drawn. A conspiracy within the Xiongnu court had ensnared the entire Han delegation. The Xiongnu demanded Su Wu's surrender. But Su Wu stood defiant. "I am a Han envoy," he declared. "I serve only my emperor." The Xiongnu's eyes narrowed with cold fury. "Then you will suffer." Su Wu was thrown into a dark underground pit, left to rot. In the darkness, his mind drifted back to the day he received his mission. The emperor's trust. The promise he had made. Rather than betray his country, Su Wu turned a blade against his own throat. The Xiongnu's men rushed in just in time. Even this ruthless warrior was moved. "This man has true honor," he whispered. Since Su Wu could not be broken, the Xiongnu chose a different punishment. He banished Su Wu to the frozen shores of the North Sea, what we now call Lake Baikal, 2,000 miles to the north. His sentence: herd sheep in the wilderness, alone. The North Sea was a place of terrifying beauty and unforgiving cold. Temperatures plunged far below freezing. The vast lake stretched to the horizon, frozen solid for months at a time. Su Wu stood alone in the endless white, with only sheep for company and the emperor's staff as his sole possession. With no food provided, he dug through the snow to find wild roots. He ate snow to quench his thirst. At night, in his crude shelter, he held the emperor's staff close. It was more than a symbol. It was his promise, his identity, his reason to survive. The blizzards were merciless. Time and again, the frozen winds nearly claimed his life. Collapsed in the snow, his consciousness fading, Su Wu saw visions of home. The golden rooftops of Chang'an. His mother's face, calling him back. And so the years passed. Spring brought the thaw. Summer brought green. Autumn painted the steppe in gold. And winter returned, colder each time. 1 year became 2. 2 became 5. 5 became 10. The young diplomat was slowly becoming an old man. The young diplomat who had left Chang'an was now a weathered old man. His hair had turned completely white. His robes were in tatters. But the tassels of his staff, though faded to almost nothing, were still held firmly in his hands. His loyalty never wavered. One day, a Xiongnu messenger brought terrible news: your emperor has died. The Han Dynasty has fallen. No one is coming for you. The words struck like a dagger. Su Wu fell to his knees, tears streaming down his weathered face. But Su Wu wiped his tears and stood again. "Even if no one comes," he said, "I am still a Han envoy." He chose to believe. And to wait. Year 1981 BC. Suwu was now nearly 50 years old. The wilderness had taken everything from him. Everything except his spirit. And then, one day, riders appeared again. But this time, the banners were different. They were Han Dynasty banners. A voice cried out, "Suwu! The Emperor sent us. You're going home." Suwu looked back one last time at the land that had been his prison for 19 years. Then he turned south, toward home. After 6,940 days, Suwu was finally free. Suwu stood before the gates of Chang'an. The same gates he had walked through as a young man of 30. Now he returned, old and weathered, but unbroken. The people watched in silent awe as he walked through with the same dignity he had carried every day of his exile. He returned to the home he had left 19 years ago. His mother had passed away. His wife had remarried. Time had not been kind. But Suwu accepted it all with quiet grace. 19 years is too long to ask anyone to wait. The emperor honored Suwu as a hero of the Han Dynasty. His staff was enshrined as a sacred relic. Suwu lived to the age of 80. His story has inspired generations, a testament to the power of loyalty, honor, and the unbreakable human spirit. What does it mean to be loyal? Suwu carved a single character into stone, Zhong. Loyalty. Not loyalty to power, or to politics, but loyalty to one's own conscience. In an age of shifting alliances and broken promises, Suwu proved that one person's unwavering spirit could outlast empires. 2,000 years have passed since Suwu gazed upon these same stars. Dynasties have risen and fallen. The Silk Road has turned to dust. But his story endures, whispered across generations, a quiet reminder that the measure of a life is not found in wealth or power, but in what you refuse to surrender, even when the whole world tells you to let go. If you enjoyed this story, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel. Your support means the world to me. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.